Thanks to the supporters of channel member Mike Camera. Oh, boys and girls, the last episode was a false alarm. We are as good as I thought we were going to be. We could go top of the table here. Hello and welcome to part 86 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first FA Cup game of the season. The Wembley to Wembley trail begins again with a fourth qualifying round game against Chelham, who are actually down in the league below, the National League South. And then we have another home game at home against top of the table Dorking. And as you can see, we are level on points at the top of the table with Dorking. So we could end this episode in the first round proper of the FA Cup and top of the National League, which would be lovely, lovely, lovely. Our form since the last episode has been great. We've managed to cut out all those, well, not all of them, a lot of those silly late goals we were suffering from in the first couple of matches of the season that you saw in the last episode. We've only lost once since then against Dorchester, and we've had a couple of good results, including a previous top of the table clash against Accrington that we drew 1-1. We've done all this with our wingers being injured for a lot of it as well. The wingers who were the big difference makers, Keith Chelham, who has been fantastic, come in with 9 goal contributions from 11 matches, but unfortunately has now got a pulled calf muscle and is going to be out for the next couple of weeks. And then on the other side, we've got Scanlon, who, if I can find him, where is he? Scanlon is on his second injury of the season already, fractured his lower arm, and then we rushed him back because we lost Kelleher, and he's now twisted his knee. So he's only actually played 5 games for us. So he looks good when he does play, but it does mean that we've been playing Scowen out on the wing a lot more than we usually would. The young striker Liam Brown, who came in on loan from Yeovil, has hit the ground running after his injury. So after everything I said in the last episode, we're now going back today to Larkin on the wing and a midfielder on the wing because we've lost our wingers. It'll be fine, I think. Cheltenham are 13th in the National League North. Everyone knows Cheltenham, very much in the north. And this is the team we are putting up against them to try and get into the first round of the Cup and ideally get a cup run going because, goodness me, do we need the money. Perini in goal, a back four of Towner, Folks, Yoshihama, Wiles and Robinson. Another Robinson in midfield alongside a new signing, Logan Kenny, who came in on loan for the season from Charlton, who I don't think I'd mentioned to you previously. He's alongside Edgar in midfield. Damon on the left, Larkin on the right, Brown up front. The other new player we brought in is Jordan Baitup, who is a right back / centre back who's joined us on loan for the season from Crystal Palace. He'll be on the bench today. Let's get this team submitted and hopefully get ourselves into the first round proper of the FA Cup. Like I say, I mean, we need the money. Just some money, please. Any money. If we could go in, I'm not asking for much, but if we could run through to like the third round, go away to Manchester United or Newcastle or Tottenham, somebody with a massive ground that's going to get a big attendance and we could go and get £1 million out of a match, that would be super duper handy and would probably be all we'd need to push us over the edge and get us into the Football League this year. Which wouldn't that be lovely? Once we're in the Football League, we'll be rolling. Wembley winning the Champions League in no time. How long's left, M25? More than long enough is the answer to that question. We're 1-0 up, by the way, for those of you listening on the radio. Wiles scored from a corner, which he is pretty effective at doing. We're actually getting a lot better at the set pieces this year than we were last season. It's not quite the days of having the 3 6'5" plus centre backs charging forward that got us promoted last time, but Towner Folks can certainly hit a decent corner, and I think having someone who can take a good corner almost as effective as having big boys to get on the end of poor corners. Brown playing it out to Larkin. This is Larkin's first time playing out wide this season, at least from the start. Needs must with both wingers injured, but Brown has probably pushed him out of the team anyway after Larkin's bright start. Brown fits the system we're playing now even better than Larkin does. There is part of me that wonders if we can play the two of them together, but we don't really have a backup striker behind them, and certainly with the wingers rarely being fit at the same time, we can't play all 4 of our attacking players from the start of every match, because with the injury problems that we're going to have as a part-time team playing in a largely full-time league, we're going to just be constantly having injury problems and never actually play the 4 of them together. So the theory is we play 3 in some kind of combination, depending on who's fit. And then we've got the likes of Damon and Scowen who can join in those positions if needed. If we don't have enough players to make up the numbers from the rest of them. Obviously, Tom Best's still at the club as well, not made it anywhere near the team all season long. Cheltenham have got an attack going here and have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Towner Folks was caught a little bit flat-footed there. I don't know if we're going to see it in the replay. Just here, he kind of hangs his foot out, tries to make the tackle. The guy's already gone past him and he never really recovers. You can see him chasing back, but never really recovers from it. And the guy who he should have been marking is the guy who ends up bursting into the area to grab the equaliser for Cheltenham. And as much as we've been playing well in the league, if we get knocked out of the FA Cup by a mid-table team from the league below, that would be upsetting. We're offering some encouragement to the boys. We're going to go attacking because it is important that we win this match. And Damon looking to find Edgar. Edgar slides it into Brown. Brown back to Damon. Somebody have a shot. It's all the way back to Robinson now. Why is nobody having a shot? Kenny does have a shot. Probably the last man we'd want to do it in that lineup. We had players inside the 6-yard box who could have had a shot rather than just whacking it from the edge of the area. And this is where we are suffering from not having either of our wide players available to us today. I think we'll put Edgar there. No, you know what? Undo everything. We'll just stick Young out wide rather than complicating things. I'm trying to be too clever for my own good. Brown's not playing well, so we're going to bring on Tom Best. This is Tom Best's first appearance of the season, and we're also going to bring on the captain, Hayball, to play at right back as well. So we've got a little bit more attacking oomph. Now would be a nice time for Tom Best to do a goal for us, please. And there is Best, back in the number 7 shirt, I might add. So he's got his old shirt back, gives it to Yoshihama. Yoshihama has been fouled there. Apparently he hasn't. It was a slide tackle in the penalty area that they've somehow got away with. And not only have they got away with it, they've now got in behind us and we can't keep up with them. And luckily, Parini had it covered. But it's a corner for Cheltenham and they are getting stronger as the game goes on. And once again, we're suffering from our lack of having much in the way of squad depth and weakening the team by making substitutions. The fact that Tom Best is on the pitch shows just how far down our pecking order we've had to go to keep 11 players on the pitch, certainly in the attack. It's not ideal. That front 3 is not a front 3 I expected to have to play this season. So we are still a little bit susceptible to the odd injury here and there. We've only got centre-backs on the bench. So I guess we can bring Robinson on to play left-back. And we may as well just take off Yoshihama, bring on Bait up. We're going to shuffle everybody around in here. And we're going to do that. And that's fine. And now can we have a goal, please, chaps? I think we might be able to have a goal. Tom Best scoring the winner. Lovely. That's what we want. So Young on the left-hand side tries to go past his man. He's hit a deep cross. It is Best. Oh, I was already up. I was so convinced that was going to be Tom Best scoring in a manner we've seen him scoring so many times before. But he's just not got it anymore, has he? Oh, but Larkin's picked up a loose ball. Larkin. And no. Oh, Tom Best missed an open goal. Oh, it's heartbreaking. That goal would have been worth £100,000 to us. But no, it looks like we're going to go to a replay against Cheltenham. And that's frustrating. It means we don't get to show the top of the table match because the FA Cup is always going to be more important than the league. We need the money and we want to get to Wembley. So I imagine that's going to move the next game. And, oh, actually, no, you know what? I am going to show Dorking. Balls to Cheltenham. We're going to show Dorking. I want us to go top of the league. And we're going to have to do it still without Scanlon and Kelleher. Scanlon's not fully fit. Kelleher is still injured. So we're going with Hayball and Scowen as the wingers today as we try and do something a little bit different. Larkin dropping out of the team. He wasn't very good at all in that last match. Baitup comes in to play right back as well. Let's get the team submitted. And we're in very good form in the league. So I'd like to think we're about to go top. But that was frustrating against Cheltenham. And in fact, there's obviously been other matches played earlier in the week. I guess Dulwich Hamlet were maybe at home yesterday, so we have to play our home game the next day, and it's gone in from Wales, and I said he was becoming more and more effective at that, and there's another demonstration of it. I don't really know how that's gone in. The goalkeeper looked like he had it all the way, but he's kind of flapped at it. Wales has flattened him, and non-league goal's been given, and that goal would, I think, still put us top of the league. Can we see what? Yeah, there you go. See if it ends like this. Wembley, top of the National League, about a quarter of the way through the season. That is what I'm talking about, boys and girls. We want to get in the Football League. People said it couldn't be done. We're in a position to maybe do it this season. It would be a lot easier if we could get our wingers back, though, because we were playing much better football with them in the team. We need some backups. We need money. We still need a rich takeover, and we need to not concede goals like that. I mean, I know it's the kind of thing we score as well. So we've had 2 goals from corners in this match. 1 scored, 1 conceded. So we can't complain too much. But when we try and do these near post ones, we don't beat the first man. They've tried to do a near post one. Scored, didn't they? And that puts us all the way down to 4th. Wigan woken up again this season, apparently. It is mad that we're in the same league as Wigan. That's bonkers. How they're still surviving and not just crumbling apart with the fact that they're having to play in that big stadium down at this level. Financially, they should be absolutely done. But they're somehow clinging on and trying to get themselves back into the Football League. I mean, for me, as an old man, Wigan being in non-league, not that unusual. It was weirder. It was probably weirder when they were in the Premier League. But it is still a little bit odd that with all of the advantages they've got in terms of Football Manager, with the bigger fan base, the big stadium, it's odd that they're not just getting promoted. I'd get them promoted. I could take over now and get them promoted this season. Easy peasy. Right, we've got another corner. Are we going to get Wiles in another position to get on the end of one of these? It looks like we're going for the near post this time, which often doesn't work. There you go. Doesn't really work. But it fell to Hayball. But whatever he did with it wasn't worthy of finishing the highlight. And now it's a free kick for Dorking. Half an hour left in the game. Scowen heads the ball up in the air, but not clear. And now we are trying to scramble the ball clear, but it's the Dorking player who's first to it. And they're just knocking the ball around quite comfortably. I talked a little bit about this in the previous episode. This is why I'm still tempted to throw us towards a gegenpress system. We've not done it yet, but I don't like the amount of time we give them in possession in their own half or with their defenders. I want to be constantly hassling them. And I worry we've not got the fitness to do it. And the fact that 2 of the players I identified as part of that, the 2 wingers, are already demonstrating that they can't keep fit enough to be able to not even do it. It probably isn't the best plan, but goodness me, do I want to be able to do it? Right, we're bringing on Damon and Larkin. So these are the 2 who started in the wide areas in the previous match, now coming on to try and make something happen with 20 minutes to go in this one. But all we're seeing is another free kick for Dorking. This time it's Larkin who tries to get it clear, plays it forward to Brown. Brown turns his man and then runs. And we have got fast attacking players with these counter-attacks. It's 4-on-1, surely! And it is a goal. It's Liam Brown, fed by Larkin. And we just swarmed forward with pace there. And this is what I wanted to build with this attack this season. And that's worked to perfection. Lovely work from Larkin. Lovely work from Brown. We had 2 more boys in there to finish the job if those 2 couldn't, but it's now 2-1 and we are top of the league as it stands right now. We've got a lot of tired players on the pitch though. Right, I guess Murray is the most important to try and keep fresh. So if we bring Young on for him and then drop Kenny back there, that's probably the one to do. Although thinking about it, Kenny is also shattered, so I may as well have just brought Young on for him and left Murray in there as the normal starter in that position. But that's the kind of thinking that you'll get from me when we're in the Championship. We're still in non-league. I'm allowed to do silly things for silly reasons at the moment, but can we cling on, or is it going to be yet another of those horrible late goals? Right, we've got the free kick. 20 seconds of added time left. It's going to be Brown to take. Just play it out to the corner flag. Don't be putting this in the area even. Kick it out here. It's shenanigans. It's shenanigans. We've done a shenanigans free kick, and Young scores to put the cherry on top of the cake. It's 3-1, and we're top of the National League. With a quarter of the season gone, we are dreaming of the Football League. That is a lovely, well-worked free kick. We're getting good at set pieces again, which is very nice to see. We're top of the National League. Fingers crossed we can deal with Chelham in the replay and get a cup run going. And the next time you see me, we'll be 5 points clear at the top of the league with £1 million in the bank. Wouldn't that be nice? If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.